The story of American coinage is inseparably linked to the history of the United States, reflecting its political shifts, economic challenges, and cultural ideas. From its earliest days, the design of U.S. coins served as a visual symbol of the nation's growth and self-identity. Each major period of coin design tells its own stories about the U.S., its priorities, technological advances, and specific legislative actions. In this video, we'll trace the history of American coinage through its most significant design periods, delving into the context that shaped each design and the impact of these coins on collectors and the general public. The flowing hair design represents the birth of American coinage. Following the ratification of the Constitution and the establishment of a national currency under the Coinage Act of 1792, the U.S. Mint struck its first coins in 1793. The flowing hair design, used on silver coins, depicted liberty with long flowing hair, a clear symbol of the country's newfound freedom and independence. The first coins minted under this design were the half-dime, half-dollar, and dollar. The first chief engraver of the U.S. Mint crafted this design, with the reverse featuring a small, simple eagle. Through a brief period, this design marked an important step in American coinage, visually distancing the new nation from British influence. Numismatically, the flowing hair coins are rare and highly sought after by collectors. The 1794 flowing hair silver dollar in particular is one of the most coveted coins in the world, with some of the finest known examples fetching millions at auction. In 1795, the flowing hair design was replaced by the draped bust, marking a shift towards a more classical European style in American coinage. This change was driven by public criticism of the flowing hair design, which many felt was crude and unrefined. The draped bust design features a more graceful and idealized liberty, modeled after a famous portrait of Philadelphia socialite Anna Willing Bingham by the artist Gilbert Stuart. The draped bust design appeared on silver coins. This includes half-dimes, dimes, quarters, half-dollars, and dollars, as well as gold coins like eagles, half-eagles, and quarter-eagles. Notably, the coins include the motto, Liberty, above Liberty's head, and on the reverse, the eagle became more majestic, though still somewhat simplistic compared to later designs. Legislatively, the early years of the draped bust design coincided with the growth of the mint, which expanded its operations to meet the demand of a growing economy. These coins were struck during the presidencies of George Washington and John Adams, at a time when the young republic was solidifying its place on the world stage. Moving forward, the capped bust design was introduced in 1807, and it was the work of a German immigrant, John Reich, who served as an assistant engraver at the U.S. Mint. The capped bust era marked a significant transition in both design and technology. Liberty now appeared wearing a more contemporary cap, reflecting the values of independence and freedom in a less classical, more distinctly American style. The design appeared primarily on silver coinage, dimes, quarters, half-dollars, and for a brief period, half-dimes. The reverse of these coins featured a more detailed eagle, clutching arrows which symbolize war, and an olive branch symbolizing peace. The introduction of the capped bust design also coincided with technological advancements in minting. The mint began using a closed collar to standardize the shape of coins, which made them more uniform in diameter and thickness. This improved the quality control, making capped bust coins more durable and aesthetically pleasing. The economic growth of the early 19th century fueled the need for more coinage, and capped bust coins circulated widely, becoming a staple of everyday transactions. The seated liberty design marks an era of dramatic changes. including the westward expansion to the Civil War and Reconstruction. And alongside all of this, it marked a period for significant expansion for American coinage. This design, created by Christian Galbraith, was part of a broader movement within the mint to elevate the artistry of U.S. coinage. Liberty was depicted sitting on a rock, holding a shield with Liberty inscribed. With her other hand, she held a staff with a Phrygian cap, symbolizing freedom. The reverse featured an eagle with outstretched wings, echoing earlier designs, but with greater detail and refinement. Seeded Liberty coins were minted in silver denominations. This included the half dime, quarter, $half, and dollar coin. This design also appeared on trade dollars, introduced to facilitate commerce with China during the late 19th century. The seeded Liberty design became synonymous with a period of growth and conflict. Its long run saw various modifications, such as the addition of stars around the Liberty and the inclusion of the motto, "In God We Trust," after the Civil War, following the Coinage Act of 1864. Barber coinage, designed by Charles E. Barber, represents an era of functionality over artistic flourish. Following years of public dissatisfaction with the seeded Liberty design, a new contest was held to select a replacement. Barber, the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint, submitted a design that was ultimately selected, though it was criticized by some for its lack of innovation. The Barber design featured Liberty wearing a Phrygian cap, similar to the earlier designs, but with a less classical flair. The reverse depicted a heraldic eagle. Barber's design was used on dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and while collectors have not always been fond of the Barber quarters for their simplicity, they represent an important period of standardization in U.S. coinage. This period was shaped by the Industrial Revolution and the turn of the 20th century, with economic stability a key focus. The Barber coins were durable and practical, intended to serve the needs of a rapidly modernizing society. As we move to the early 20th century, we move into a period that is often regarded as a golden age for U.S. coin design, largely driven by President Theodore Roosevelt's desire to elevate American coinage to a new level of artistry. This led to the creation of several iconic designs. These include the Mercury dime. It was designed by Adolph A. Weinman. The Mercury dime featured a winged liberty, symbolizing freedom of thought. The reverse depicted fasces, a bundle of sticks with an axe, symbolizing strength and unity. Weinman's other major work, the Standing Liberty Quarter, showed Liberty standing with a shield and olive branch, emphasizing the themes of defense and peace during World War I. A coin that was considered one of the most beautiful U.S. coin designs, the Walking Liberty half dollar. This half dollar featured Liberty striding towards the sun, carrying branches of laurel and oak. The reverse depicted an eagle perched on a rocky crag, ready to take flight. These coins were struck in response to both aesthetic and technological advancements. The Walking Liberty half dollar, for example, has been reintroduced in the American Silver Eagle Bullion series, a testament to its enduring popularity. As we move to the modern era, we see the introduction of coins like the Roosevelt dime. Introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, it marked a shift in American coin design towards commemorating historical figures. Designed by John R. Sinek, the Roosevelt dime has remained in production with only minor changes for nearly 80 years. The Washington quarter, first struck in 1932 to celebrate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, also became a permanent fixture in American coinage. The design by John Flanagan features Washington's profile on the obverse and a heraldic eagle on the reverse. This design was modified with the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999, which revitalized interest in coin collecting for a new generation. And the Kennedy half dollar, introduced in 1964 following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, represents one of the most emotionally charged coins in U.S. history. Designed by Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo, the obverse shows a portrait of Kennedy, while the reverse shows the presidential coat of arms. Though the half dollar is no longer widely circulated, it remains a collector favorite. The evolution of American coinage from the flowing hair design to the modern Kennedy half dollar mirrors the nation's journey through history. Each design reflects not only the artistic and technological capabilities of the time, but also the values and aspirations of the American people. For numismatists, these coins are more than just currency. They're enduring symbols of the nation's legacy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave us a like, comment below what your favorite American coin is, and subscribe so you never miss another video. Until next time, I'm Isaac with Premier Rare Coins located here in Palm Beach, Florida. Happy hunting!